Stephen SoulMan Snipes. Welcome to the Crystal Show, Stephen.
Thank you. How you doing, Miss Crystal?
I'm fine. I'm doing great. Now, first of all, I want to say that you're from Tennessee, right? Now, have you lived in Memphis your whole life, or is this
I lived in Memphis my entire life up until October of 2013. I moved to Nashville here this past October.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, and other than college, I lived in Memphis my entire life.
All right. Now, actually, I love Nashville. I grew up in New York, but I also I kind of did a half and half. I was born and grew up until my preteens in New York, and then I moved to Dyersburg, Tennessee, which is in West Tennessee. I don't know if you've heard of Dyersburg.
It's north of Memphis, probably about 50 miles or so.
And that's exactly how I explain it to people, because I know they have no clue what Dyersburg is. But I went to Austin Peay.
I went to Austin Peay as well.
All right, so we're alums.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go Peay.
Let's go Peay. Oh, let me tell you something. There was one thing about Clarksville that the Austin Peay students were totally second best when it came to Fort Campbell. We were like, okay, you guys move over there. We're going to handle the soldiers, which is great. It's fine. But it was like a double town, you know. It was a military town.
I mean, pretty much if you're not there for school or military, you know, you have no reason to be in Clarksville, Tennessee.
I know, and I remember back in the day, there were we would have fights and stuff at the clubs because there would be the military guys, there would be the college guys, and then there would be the local guys. So, you know.
Well, I mean, not much has changed from what I hear, you know.
Yeah.
Not much has changed. They're growing. They're definitely growing, but you know, it's still the same mentality. Everybody, and it's just an ego thing. Everybody want to, you know, have a, you know, swinging contest and prove that they're the biggest person on the block, and you know, I don't get involved with this sort of rhetoric and nonsense.
Right. But I loved Clarksville area, and I really love Nashville. Nashville's a great city. It really is.
Hey, Nashville is dope. Like seriously, Nashville is the new Atlanta, if you ask me. You know how Atlanta had that big boom in the '90s, like right after the Olympics left and everything. That's kind of where Nashville is right now, and you don't know that until you actually get here. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been here, I've met at least 3 for real life millionaires that you never knew it unless they told you. You know what I'm saying? So Nashville got a lot of good stuff going on right now. With that being said, you know, I don't know. Maybe you just once you make up in your mind that you want to do the right thing, you attract the right people. Law of attraction, I guess. You know. Because there's a lot of great stuff going on in Memphis as well, you know, and I feel like, you know, both are hugely untapped markets, especially when you're talking about, you know, music. You got Memphis, I feel like, has, you know, more talented people, just regular residents, you know what I'm saying? You throw a rocket at somebody, and I guarantee you they can either, their granddaddy used to play bass for B.B. King, or, you know what I'm saying, they sing background for Yo Gotti, or, you know what I'm saying? It'd be crazy stuff like that, but it's for real. You know what I'm saying? And in Nashville, you got all these major record labels and all these songwriters, and everybody you meet is into the music business. So Memphis has a whole bunch of artists and creative people. Nashville has a lot of music business people. So I feel like if I can find a way to, you know, be their proxy and bridge that gap, it's a lot of opportunity for anybody who's willing to take a chance, you know.
Right, dig that. And let me tell you something. I feel that Tennessee, just like you said, with Nashville and Memphis, is really the true music, Southern music, definitely capitals of the South. You know, I mean, really, for real. Because we have, it's history. It's real history there. And I know we have some great people that came out of Atlanta. Atlanta kind of took off on the commercial level. But, you know, when you talk about Memphis, people know exactly what you're talking about. You talk about Nashville, they know exactly what you're talking about. So, you know, people, I mean, you know, hey, if you want to, if you want to get with Southern rappers, the real South, I mean, that's what you're talking about. You're talking about Tennessee. You're talking about Nashville and Memphis, for real.
Gotta do it. We at least gotta be in the conversation. I mean, you think about, and nothing against Atlanta, because I got a lot of A-Town partners. Matter of fact, one of my saxophone player in my band, shout out to Black Sax, that's my dude, man. But he's from Atlanta, and he's one of the realest Atlanta dudes I know. But like, as soon as we met, we clicked and been rolling ever since. And I'm talking about, I literally sent him a text and he got everything done. Nothing else need to be said. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely we on this elevation through collaboration thing right now, and it's working for us. But when you're talking about the history of Southern hip hop, you can't discount Memphis, because even the sound is most prevalent nationwide right now. Well, it was the Southern sound. Right now they done went back to the West Coast, but you still got people like Juicy J, who's still making the same music he was making 20 years ago, still going number one. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, you know, say what you want to about him. Say what you want to about his lyrics. You can't say nothing about his longevity. And they did that as independent. They was the first people rocking independent, making millions of dollars selling tapes after Trump. You know what I'm saying? I saw it with my own eye. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the pedigree. I grew up listening to Ball and G, watching them when they moved to Texas. You know what I'm saying? They got with Suave House and all them cats, and then they went on to bigger and better things. Matter of fact, they signed a Bad Boy, you know, right around 2000 or something like that, and that's when the nation really got to see 8 Ball and MJG. But I tell people all the time, you know, they're my favorite rappers above, and I know you might be upset because you're a New Yorker, so, and I understand, but, you know, it don't get no better for me than 8 Ball and MJG play a fly. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And I know y'all got Jay-Z and Nas, and that's the home of hip-hop and where it originated and all of that, and that's fine. I'm not taking nothing away from it. I'm just saying, something with some soul, you're going to get me every time.
Well, you know what? You call your music hip-hop soul. Now, tell me, what does that mean? What does hip-hop soul mean to you?
Hip-hop soul, I mean, it's exactly what it is. It ain't even nothing too, you know, deep or philosophical. It's basically the merging of what people consider traditional Stax era soul with like that golden era hip hop, like we were just talking about, and just fusing it together. You know, because again, I'm a product of my environment. I come from Memphis. I shot a video in front of the Stax Records building. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Stax Records back in the day, you know, they were the biggest thing popping nationwide. I can only imagine what it must have been like in Memphis when you had Isaac Hayes and David Porter and Al Green and, you know, all of these people recording all at the same time, coming out of the same city. You know, and that's my heritage. That's all my dad would even let me listen to, you know what I'm saying, when I was in the car with him. So I learned to listen to it, and I learned to love it, you know, because, again, what's from the heart reaches the heart. What's from the soul reaches the soul. I feel like if you could take those same elements and those same feelings and merge it with what we all love about hip-hop, which is the clever delivery, which is the lyricism, which is the storytelling, which is the word painting, which is, you know, telling the story of the place around you and your observations through words. Merging that together, I mean, that's a winning recipe if you ask me.
Oh, if you ask me, that's right. You know, and it's not that you can even count the lyricists on your hand that are out there and famous and popular that we hear every day. You can definitely count them on your hand. They don't get as much play, unfortunately, or they're in the background. You don't know that they're the ones who are writing and who are doing the real work of creating. So
I mean, down here we call this staying out the way. You know what I'm saying? We do what we do. Long as you cut that check, we stay out the way. We ain't gonna cause you no ripples, no waves. We ain't gonna get mad and be on no rah-rah stuff saying, man, you need to come listen to me, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not necessary. Because all you got to do is do what you do, and who it's supposed to reach, it will reach. That's honestly true. I don't really, my main focus isn't about, you know, getting everybody to love my music, being everybody's favorite rapper. That's not what I'm about. What I'm about is reaching the people who want something more, whose mindset or point in life right now they're reaching, they're ready for elevation. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I am in my real life right now. You know, I'll be 29 next month. You know what I'm saying? I'm married. I got a son.
That's beautiful.
And I'm just not on that dumb stuff no more. You know what I'm saying? Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt and the sun visor. I'm trying to see something else.
Right. Well, you know what?
That's just kind of where I'm at with it.
Now, I see that you include instruments in your show. Why do you feel that having live instruments is important as opposed to, a lot of hip-hop artists just have, the tracks or whatever, the DJ up there?
Well, again, hip-hop soul, in order to capture soul music, you have to have it in its most authentic form, and that's live instrumentation. To add to that, I'm actually a musician myself. I play keyboard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm extremely hard on musicians. I'm extremely critical of instrumentals just because I like lush arrangements. I like chord changes. I like bridges. I like, everything to be right. I actually was a part of this program called the Memphis Music Town Consortium with the legendary David Porter. Mr. Porter, as we all know, was Isaac Hayes' production partner for 40-plus years at Stax. And he actually mentored. I was in the inaugural program. He took about 30 people, hand-selected them, and mentored them in 3 different disciplines, songwriting, performing artists, and music production. Because it's a program specifically designed for soul music, he wouldn't let me in as a performing artist, but because he loved my lyrics, he let me in as a songwriter. And just having that experience and being able to be shown firsthand sitting at the feet of a man who's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and has over 500 million albums sold worldwide over the last 50 years of his career, that was pretty monumental for me.
Oh, yeah.
And my last, this past album that I just put out, this EP, the Classic Soul Project, was the first project that I put out since I got out of that class. And I really wanted to, you know how it is if you're a kid and, your mom or your dad shows you something and you learn it and you master it when it's time to take tests. You can't wait to show them that you know how to do what they taught you how to do.
Right. Pretty
much the same thing. Because it was my first project. If you listen to it, I didn't curse one time on the project. It's totally clean. It's not even any sexually explicit things. And, from anybody's justification, I have a right to talk about sex, whether you're the most religious person or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm married, so, and I likes to get it in, as most people do, But again, I do a lot of traveling. I'm back in Memphis every 2 or 3 weeks anyway, which is about a 3-hour drive from Nashville.
Yeah.
And I had my son with me most of the time. And I wanted an album that I could listen to the whole way through, that I didn't have to, skip songs or turn the radio down at certain points because they was cussing too much or they was talking about doing this and doing that. Because at 4 years old, he doesn't need to be exposed to everything,
Right.
So I wanted to make an album that was appropriate for him, but at the same time still banging. I could take it to the trap house. I could take it to the club. I could take it to the church, and it could still be banging.
Well, you know what?
That's the album that I set out to make, and I did.
That is something interesting because you know what? A lot of rappers, especially beginning rappers, and we hear them every day now, they revel in being the bad guy, And I think as a black father and husband, okay, we can say that twice, a black father and husband, do you feel an obligation to portray a certain image when you perform? And I know you just said that, you want your son to be able to listen to it. You want, your wife, your church, people to be able to listen to it. And, hey, the radio station doesn't even have to edit it out. They can just play it.
Right. And that was another thing, just from a marketing standpoint. I was looking at, because I actually, independent artists, we talk all the time about why DJs won't play our music or why the stores won't put your product in the store. And I had to sit back and be honest with myself and say, have I actually given them a product that they're able to properly market or promote? And if I got, explicit lyrics through my whole project, Target doesn't even carry explicit CDs from people like Beyonce. So I definitely don't stand a shot. You know, it has to be totally clean to even be on their shelf. So, and as far as DJs, just because I like one single doesn't mean that they will. And if they like something else off the record and it's not clean, they can't do nothing with it. So I said, okay, we could just eliminate all of that. I could have potentially, like, this is my third project, so, and I sold 10,000 of each one of my first two. So if we saying 10,000, just say, and I toured over the last 3-4 years in, say, 10 cities. If you say 10,000 for them 10 cities in each one of those Walmarts or something like that, I potentially missed out on. We're talking about $100,000.
Right.
That I potentially missed just because I'm cussing. That just really don't make sense to me.
Dig that. You know, you have something that a lot of these guys, these new rap artists out here don't have, and a lot of the old rap artists and hip-hop artists learn almost too late or much later in their career, and that's business. Just the business side, marketing, and getting your stuff out there in a real way, and not just about standing on stage and, you know, grabbing your penis or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we can do that. We do that too. Don't get me wrong. I just had a show this past weekend at this biker club. Shout out to my homeboy Laid Back. We turned all the way up in there. You know, the live shows, depending on, you know, the venue, I now have options to be able to do. All right, for instance, I did the biker club then. But the same day, I got booked to do a charity show for the Christ Community Health Organization. It's a benefit show to raise money to give free health care to local musicians in Memphis, but it has to be totally clean, and people, everybody from mayors and senators and congressmen and all this stuff come. You know what I'm saying? So I've now broadened my potential fan base because now I'm able to reach more people, and the delivery to them is in a better package. You know, it's not even about necessarily what I'm doing or what I'm saying, because they'll buy my music for their kids even if they don't like it just because it's clean. But now I'm able to have those conversations with those people. But back to the original question you asked, do I feel a need to portray an image? Absolutely not. You know, I'm me, you know, and that's all I know how to be. You know, I've tried, you know, acting. I hope I can get into that later on, too. But, you know, through my music, I write firsthand experiences. I write experiences that I've actually gone through, or I've witnessed at a very close proximity that it was close enough to me where it affected me, you know. And I feel like that's what really gives you the ability to connect through music, because you're talking about genuine experiences. And whether you know me or not, we as humans, black, white, red, green, male, female, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, atheist, whatever, we share human experiences. So if you talk about those experiences and talk about your ambitions and aspirations, then you have no choice, because everybody wants something. Everybody wants, I would assume everybody would want to be better tomorrow than they are today.
Exactly,
That's kind of the standpoint I come from, you know. You know, I done did all the hood stuff, you know. I'm from Memphis, you know what they come with. So we ain't got to speak on that, you know. I'm on all positivity now, you know. I want my life to be better, and even if it ain't, but just for them 30 minutes I'm riding listening to that CD on the way to work, it might put me in a better mood where I don't cuss out my boss today, and I can keep my job and feed my family. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Little
you
things
apply
like
your
that.
To your real life.
That's right. Little things like that. Now, I do have to ask you about, you had won the BET Apollo Live competition in 2012. Tell me about that. Tell me how that felt and everything.
It was awesome. They did, I guess, like a countrywide tour in a couple of cities. Memphis just happened to be one of them. And my homeboy, and this dude, he's a grindaholic. Shout out to him. His name is Ernest Fields. He actually played basketball for Austin P too. He goes by the name of Stylistic. But he, at the time, he was doing a lot of video and camera work, and they called him to, record the Memphis audition or whatever. And he called me and told me about it, like literally that same night. So I went on down there, had my product with me. One of the radio station PDs was down there as a judge. I did my song, and bam, I won. And it was like, wow, I was supposed to go to New York and, compete on the actual TV show during that first season, but you know, some unfortunate incidents happened, and the cast and director wasn't able to get back with me on it.
Okay.
But you know,
but you won.
That's just, you know, I'm not even worried about it because again, I know what happened, and everybody else who knows the situation knows what happened, and we move on. We put that in our resume and we keep going. You know, it just to me, they're just like in the streets. You know, sometimes you're gonna take an L. It ain't about taking an L; it's how you bounce back from it. So.
That's right. Well, Stephen, definitely tell us where our listeners can find you on the web, or where can we follow you, where can we tweet you, all of that. How can we get in touch with you and download your stuff and, you know, and keep you pumping in our car and in our ear every day?
And all of it. You can the easiest thing to do would just be to Google SoulMan Snipes. SoulMan being one word, SoulMan. Snipes, like Wesley Snipes, Snipes. Yes, Snipes is my real name. No, I don't know if I'm kidding or Wesley.
That was my next question. Are any relation?
Man, I wish I had a nickel for every time somebody asked me that. But, nah, man, I don't know. Shout out to Wesley. If you're listening, man, come on through. We can do a movie. I can get you a soundtrack. I score movies and do all that too, man. Let's get it popping.
Oh, sweet.
You can Google SoulMan Snipes. At Snipes901 on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I think I got a Vine and I got a Pinterest now. So pretty much Snipes901 on everything. And on YouTube, you can just search for SoulMan Snipes and you'll find me.
Oh, okay, sweet. And we'll definitely have those links out there on the website, thecrystalshow.com, so you can check him out on his page. That'll be on the on our website soon. And first of all, I want to thank you so much, Stephen, for taking the time out to come on to the Crystal Show. Now, what I would love for you to do is to introduce your song that we're about to get into, which is Keep Steppin'.
Okay. I appreciate y'all for having me on the Crystal Show. Shout out to all the Crystal Show listeners. My name is SoulMan Snipes, originally from Memphis, Tennessee, now living in Nashville. We got a couple of live dates coming up, so make sure you check out those links to come see us live. The next song you're about to hear is called Keep Steppin', inspired by real life, the best club in Memphis, Classic Souls, and it comes from the Classic Soul Project. Shout out to Larry Williams and E. Massey. Memphis, stand up. What's up, man? Tennessee Takeover. Let's do it.
Fantastic Tree Production.
Hey, SoulMan Snipes, Kingpin the composer, the weight is old, the Classic Soul Project. Hip Hop Soul. We made it through another week. Let's celebrate with a drink. Lock your car and you can ride with me. Life ain't bad as you think. My partner wife had baby number 3 and he just finished up his 2nd degree. It's so amazing to see beautiful blessings from heaven be manifested. I feel like going two-stepping. This what we about to do. Let's hit a spot nobody said tripping, and the DJ spinning Snipes and the whole club feel it. Matter of fact, I'm about to call Larry Williams. He own Classic Soul, best club in the city. I encourage you to visit if you're planning to visit Memphis. You can ball out at the bar, you can bring your own liquor, and the ladies keep it sexy, and the fellas keep it pimpin', and the dance floor be packed from the floor to the ceiling. It's going down tonight. Tonight we're about to celebrate life. Now keep stepping, baby, 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 keep stepping, baby. I see you pretty late. Keep stepping, baby, 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 keep stepping, baby. Ain't nothing better than when people get together. Tomorrow ain't promised, so we celebrate the present. Everything ain't perfect, but you still can't tell us we ain't got $1 million, cause we know we're living wealthy. Cause we equate wealth to health, knowledge of self, and pride in the place that you rep. Now we got a little cash, so we drinking top shelf. And I'm not sharing with you, but you're pouring it yourself. You lose yourself in the beat, your feet tapping, fingers snapping, get up out of your seat. You're now rocking with the best, coming straight from Tennessee, with percussion and production from the Fantastic 3. So important to me that you are able to see the real reason that they put me in the top 5 kings. Got it Al Capone, Dolph, miscellaneous, and me coming up like I'm supposed to be. Now keep stepping, baby, 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 keep stepping, baby. I see you pretty late. Keep stepping, baby, keep stepping, baby, keep stepping, baby, keep stepping, baby, keep stepping, baby. I see you pretty late. Keep stepping, baby, 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 keep stepping, baby. I see you pretty late. Keep stepping, baby, keep stepping, baby, keep stepping, baby, keep stepping, baby, keep stepping, baby. I see you pretty late. Keep stepping, baby. SoulMan Snipes, Kingpin the composer. The wait is over. The Classic Soul Project. Hip Hop Soul. Get ready for the abundant life. Yeah.